Heya, it's She from Champerion back again, and by the time you watch this video I would have uploaded the snippet of the beginning of this video because it was interrupted by a phone call, and I just think, bless you negative Nancy's for trying to stop me. Not going to happen. No. I will say what needs to be said. And yeah, so this is this is going to be a little two-part thing that I do upload for you guys because I'm not starting it all over again. Anyway, what I was speaking of, and just so people know, I have put up the do not disturb mode because screw this shit. I'm getting annoyed. Okay, I'm getting annoyed. Yeah, with these disruptions. 2 days in a row now. That's fine. Bless them. Okay, yeah, so what I was discussing, what I started to really discuss in the last little bit that you would have just seen was basically about the assumption that first waivers are really old and elderly. No. We're basically the next generation, okay, particularly at this time through this ascension cycle in this space of time, okay. The first waivers we went through last year, okay, we ascended last year, and I just wanted to quickly say a hello to any new viewers, okay, that have come along and are joining the channel, okay. Thank you for being here and for joining us, and also for my subscribers who are still here and still, supporting me and stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, okay. I do love and appreciate you all, and for coming back and watching my stuff, especially with everything at the moment and the things that I'm being brought to witness. Anyway, but yeah, so thank you, okay. There's a lot of love there for you guys. But yeah, so just with the whole waves situation, okay, the first waves we ascended last year, as I've spoken of many times, okay, and we are now here assisting the rest of the angelics and humanity to get through this ascension cycle, okay. Now, there has been much discussion about first waivers being older and all the rest of it. They are of a different level, okay. They are divine counterparts of what is the, thank you, of a different blueprint, and thank you, signature codes, okay. They, how are we putting this? Those counterparts were here to do other work, okay, before us first waivers were activated into the fast track portion of our processes, okay. Because it has been gradual, yes, over time, over many years, okay. Excuse me. But yeah, so they're just of a different level, different signature codings, things like that, okay. But basically the first waivers we've ascended last year, okay. And then this year should be second waivers and quickly moving through to the others, okay. Some of you second waivers may have already ascended. We are coming into that space of time. Thank you, or you're about to, okay. And yeah, just with that, guys, I just want you to know, basically, I know that I have mentioned it before, but I'm just going to mention it quickly here. And it's probably more because I've been triggered by what I had to witness, and I have detached from them and let them go. But it annoys me greatly, and I'll be perfectly honest, it annoys me greatly because the angelic collective need to know what's going on, what the deal is, okay, what ascension is really about, okay. So when people put out information that's that's not really the real shit. It's going to confuse angelics and lead them down the wrong path, you know. And look, bless everybody for speaking their truth in what they know, okay? We do need to accept that that is their truth. If we don't resonate with it, then we don't need to participate in it. We don't need to engage in it. We don't need to witness it, okay? If we don't resonate, we'll leave it alone, basically, okay? Excuse me. But, you know, my concern with all of that is that the angelics get led down the wrong path, thinking that everything is all rosy and all the rest of it, and not getting into the nitty gritty of what your ascension process is, the real shit, like the soul core wounds and you know, the stuff I discussed, basically. You have to know that stuff. You need to know that stuff because that's what you're working through. That's what your ascension process is, you know. And when people are putting out false information as such, you know, it is in accordance to their truth. Okay, this is where your acceptance and detachment comes through. Okay, it is their truth that they are speaking, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But but my issue with it is that I need, how do I put this? My issue with it is that not enough of the real shit is being discussed and spoken of. Okay, basically, you need to know the real shit. You need to know what your ascension process is really about, okay? And look, you know, people, bless them, they speak what they speak and all the rest of it. And, you know, at the end of the day, it is on you, the viewer, to discern the difference between what resonates and what doesn't, okay? And to also realise where illusions are, okay? This is where it's going to, the discernment will really come in, okay? Discern whether that is an illusion that is trying to pull you in and take you off your path. Okay, that's what I need to mention here with that, because it is a lot, and that's what I had to witness. And can you please block that stuff? I do apologise. They're trying to come through again. Bless them. Huh? Whew. That's okay. I will keep going. Okay? I will. It's not going to stop me. Bless them. And it's because I'm speaking of the illusions that are out there on YouTube that are trying to pull you in so that you do get swayed off your path. Okay? That's why they're trying to come through my phone again, because I'm speaking of that. Because they're trying to get you off your path. They're trying to slow your process. They're trying to get you to fall. Okay? And that's part of the witnessing work and the stuff that I was led to see, okay? Is the immensity, is that the word? Yeah? Thank you. Immensity of illusions that are there, here on YouTube, waiting to bait you in, okay? And this concerns me greatly, because I think I spoke just before about my responsibility to assist you guys through, okay? And, you know, being, thank you, part of the walk-in process and all that soul removal situations and processes, all of that stuff, okay? Doing that energetic work, being part of that, I get to see this situation play out on a completely different level, okay? And this is how I can sit here and speak to you about where your illusions are and what they are and how they're going to try and pull you in, okay? Because the second they pull you in and pull you down, okay, excuse me, is when endgame happens. As I've mentioned before, endgame happens, and then the whole walk-in situation, and then we lose another angelic. Okay, please know that walk-ins are still happening. Okay, it is unfortunate, yes, but it is, you know, because people are falling into the illusions. People are still feeding those illusions, and with all those energies and the human conditionings and all that shit. Okay, please stand strong in your conviction to your truth and what you know. Okay, and where you're going and your process. Okay, and don't allow those illusions to pull you in and suck you in. You know, it is incredibly unfortunate that the illusions do work through particular people, somewhat notable people as well, and whatnot. And of course it does. Absolutely it does. Our negative Nancy friends don't give a shit who they're working through to pull you in. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're attempting to do. Okay? So please use your discernment. Please feel into whatever it is that you're being brought to, whether it's to witness or whether it's for you. Okay? Alright. I mean, it is all for you, but whether it's for you to pay attention to and listen and take on, okay, or not, okay? Excuse me. And look, for myself, currently, I don't, 1140, thank you. For myself, I don't resonate particularly with anybody on YouTube. I'm going to be honest, I don't, because there's not much in accordance to my level and what I know. As I've spoken of before, with the complexities and the technicalities of being a first waver, it is difficult to find anyone on YouTube, basically, that can give me the information that I would like, that would resonate on my level. Okay, it is very difficult, but I get taken to it needs to stop. They're still trying to come through my screen. Bless them. I've witnessed them, whatever. But yeah, like, I get taken to whatever channels and people and videos to view things and witness things, and it is just a witnessing thing for me at this stage, you know. But I would like to I would like, you know, somebody of my level to be speaking, you know, of the things that would resonate to me, but as such I haven't found it, you know. And look, for the most part, I do have someone who is a dear friend who is also a fellow first waver. You know, it's just that they don't really put out a lot of stuff, and so, you know, in the meantime I just wait and I do what I do, okay, and all the rest of it. But when they do put out stuff, it's absolutely on my level, resonates 100%, because that's where I'm at, okay. That's my real shit, my real talk that I need to know, okay. Thank you. So that's what they wanted me to reiterate and speak to you guys about, in order to discern the difference between the illusions that are out there trying to pull you in and what resonates strongly within you, okay. All right, stay true to that, please do, okay. And yeah, please just take care with all of that, because yeah, as I said, walk-in situations are still happening. Sorry, the walk-in process, thank you, are still happening. So unfortunately we are still losing angelics, okay. Thank you. And for anybody who happens to be doing any form of magic, please stop, okay. As from the last update from Francie, I believe he was still feeling the fire timelines, which means that people are still doing spells and magic. Please don't. Because as I've said before, you are literally setting your fellow angelics on fire. You're making them work harder by setting them on fire and having them work harder to clear that timeline. Okay? You're contributing to keeping that timeline open. Please don't do it. Okay? It's not going to help anybody. And if anything, it's just going to stretch all that shit out, make more work for everybody else unnecessarily, okay? With all the clearing and everything. And it's going to, thank you, slow down the process. Okay? There are so many ways to get around that stuff without having to practice magic or spells or any of that shit, basically. Yeah, so please don't feed into those energies. Again, it is illusions. You know, if you're seeing people doing spells or telling you to go and do spells, like here on YouTube, don't feed into it. Please don't, okay? Because as you feed into it, you're still keeping that energy open, those timelines open, and you are also subsequently burning your fellow angelics. You are. You're setting them on fire. And we don't need to do that. We don't. Okay, we want to get rid of this timeline. We want it gone for good. Okay? Any form of witchery, rituals, occult, spells, black magic, all that shit. Okay? Please don't do it. Okay? Because we want to do our best to help each other. Okay? Alright. Okay, so I'm going to get stuck into this. Oh, mate. There are things happening to my spine. I don't like it. Oh, thank you. There's more upgrade stuff. Just, you know, little tweaks. Yeah. I don't like it. Okay, yep, so we're gonna tweak my spine up there, and then we're gonna go further down to my C6. Hi Francie. We have the C6 joke. Anyway, but yeah, that's what's happening. From up there down to there. Why not? But I will push through and I will get through this video, honestly. Excuse me. Right, so this finally at 1801 and 1802. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, who is new to the channel, when I call out the timestamps, okay, they're basically timestamps that I'm being guided to call out, okay, and it will resonate with one of you, okay. For those of you who don't know, it will resonate with one of you, so just keep an ear out for the timestamps and see where it fits in and resonates with you, okay. Yeah, so just a little reminder about that. Okay, so this one is victimizer, okay. This covers a few things, yes. Victimizer kind of goes thank you. Okay, so I have spoken previously of how worthiness is an undertone to all of these soul core wounds. Shall we say that victimizer is an overtone to all these soul core wounds to a degree, to varying degrees, okay? Right, so sorry, they just want me to flip back to it. Okay, so basically victimizer would have shown up in your human life in many different ways, okay? This is basically the power struggle, okay? So on a human level, okay, there is someone who is basically an authority figure, or who thinks that they are an authority figure to you. Okay. Basically at this time, in this space of time in your human life, okay, with the angelics that are here now, you've been more victims, or you would identify with being a victim more than you would a victimizer. Okay. And excuse me, that is only purely because of why you are here at this time for this ascension cycle. Okay. On other timelines across all time space realities, yes, you have been a victimizer, absolutely. You have also been a victim, both. Okay. You have been, thank you, you have been the torturer as well as the tortured on other timelines, absolutely. As I've said before, now that we're here at this point, we have been everything. We have been the worst, and we have been the best of things. Okay, the good side of them and the bad side, and you know, all the rest of it, each dynamic. Okay, that is why you are here at this time right now within this ascension cycle, so that you can ascend. Okay, so you can clear all that stuff out of you, clear all those timelines, and go forward with your ascension. Okay, but yeah, to ascend, you would have had to experience everything. Okay, and you know, with the victimizer in this life, as I said before, you would have identified more with being a victim. You know, victim of circumstances, victim of authority figures, victim of even, you know, parents and you know, parental abuse and things like that as well. Siblings, okay, siblings may have played out the victimizer with you as well. Friends, it goes across everything. Through your human life, it would have presented in so many different ways. Okay, work even. Okay, you know, it comes back to the whole bullying side of things. Okay, being bullied. Okay, oh, can I detach from that, please? I just felt some stuff come through. Yeah, because I still feel your emotional stuff and your mental stuff. Okay, excuse me. But yeah, okay. Victim, victimizer, the bully and the bullied. Okay, this would have presented for some of you through your school years. Okay, you may have experienced it to different varying levels, maybe just a little bit or maybe a lot. Okay, it just depends on what you had contracted to experience, or what your soul had contracted for your little human to experience. Okay, excuse me. So for myself, yeah, to a degree. Okay, thank you. They want me to just discuss my life a little bit again, because it's the next episode of Case Study of Cheese Life. Yeah, so look, in terms of the bullying situation, yes, I've dealt with some through my growing years. I have been incredibly blessed, however, to have not received so much with those energies particularly. Okay, and look, you know, I've received some of the, you know, like the racial stuff, and that's okay. Bless those people and their dense bullshit. Yeah, narrow-mindedness and ignorance. But anyway, you know, that's all for them to work through, and for you as well, to some degree, okay, when you have to purge. But, yeah, I've been really blessed to not have dealt with too much, okay. As I said, yes, there was some racial stuff, but there was also a few other things, and it was just like, but I have to say that I'm incredibly blessed to have my personality, my human's personality, the way that it is, because I didn't take shit from people. um, you know, if anybody, look, through my my primary school years particularly, you know, if anybody even tried, they basically only had one chance, really, to attempt to bully me, and then I would stand firm and be very assertive, because I didn't take shit. I didn't take shit from anybody, and I got into a little bit of trouble because of that. But anyway, because we shouldn't take shit from anybody, okay? And look, this is where I can sit here and say, yes, I was blessed to have that kind of personality with that strength of character to turn around and say, no, I'm not taking your shit, okay? And look, at the end of the day, thanks. At the end of the day, I grew up a tomboy, very much a tomboy, okay? I went and played soldiers with the boys when I was growing up. I went and played sports with them, go kick the footy at the park, and, you know, ride my BMX bike and skateboard and stuff. I wore shorts and I wore jeans. I didn't wear dresses. I hated dresses. But yeah, so I strongly disliked dresses. I've removed the word hate basically from my vocabulary, try to, and from my children, you know, we teach them replacement words, or I do, and myself, because I have to set the example. Yes, I know. But yeah, so because I ran with the boys, because I was a tomboy, because I did boyish things, I was well aware basically of boy crap and all that stuff, and I didn't take crap, you know, and you know, that carried over into high school, and you know, again, people would only really have one chance to try and bully me, and then I would be like, well, you know what, I didn't like that shit, and that's not happening again. And however it was I dealt with it, I stood firm within myself, okay, basically. And as I said, I was just blessed to have that kind of personality where I just didn't take anybody's shit, okay? And I still don't, because why should we have to, okay? And this is why we are here. This is why we are angelics, okay? Because a lot of you will have the same strength of character within you as well, okay? It would have come through and shown up in different ways throughout your human life, okay? And even now, more so now, in your fast track portion of your ascension process, because you need to stand firm in your conviction of who you are and what you are, and all that is you, okay? Yeah, so you know, if on the other side of things you haven't been blessed with such a strong sense of character, I guess, or sense of assertiveness growing up, okay, yes, you would have received some stuff. Can we remove this, please? I do apologise if I'm triggering you guys. I know this is a doozy as well, okay? Yes, it will trigger you. It will trigger the hell out of a lot of you, okay? Particularly when it comes to bullying, all right? Yeah, so some of you have dealt with it at quite a high level, okay? It is unfortunate, but you've had to, okay? And you had to in order to clear those energies, okay? Please know, in essence, of every experience that you have had through your life, it has been in order to clear that template, to clear that energy, okay, to assist in clearing all of it, okay, however tough it seemed at the time, and however tough it is now to confront it as you are triggered and as you're being pushed and guided to relieve and release that energy from within you, going into that dark room in the back of your mind and opening that box, okay? Yeah, so I am sorry. Yeah, because it's coming through. Excuse me. I'm detaching. I am sorry that you had to deal with it to the degree that you have. For some of you. Oh my goodness, I'm detaching. Okay. But please acknowledge that. Please acknowledge the trigger. Please see it all for what it is and process it and get it out of you. Okay? It's not going to do you any good sitting in here and festering, as I've said before. Okay? It all needs to be released in order to progress in your ascension process. Okay? Yeah, so thank you. There are other forms of victimizer. I've mentioned here, or they had me write down, the issue of what is called the narcissist. Okay? Yep, that just triggered some people. I do apologise. Excuse me. Yep. And particularly with angelics, we have all seen them. We have all had to interact with them. They have unfortunately been a part of our lives. Okay? Bless them. The narcissist term, shall we say, is just a term. Okay, it is more of a human created term. Okay, basically, the narcissist is a victimizer. Okay, the narcissist is a victimizer, sometimes with demonic tones. Okay, and to whatever degree, the narcissist is a torturer. To whatever degree. Okay, we have all, each of us, each angelic has had to deal with one of these at one time or another in our lives. Okay, not fun. Not fun at all. And excuse me, for myself, if we're going to do another episode of my life's case study, for myself, pretty much through every, shall we say, cycle that I have gone through in my life, different parts of my life, because I've been through so many things, I have always had to have a narcissist around. Okay, someone would take that form and be the victimizer, be the torturer, be the bully. Okay, because it is a power struggle situation. Okay, who has the upper hand here? And it is usually them. They think they do. Okay, and this is where unfortunately they're infected, their light bodies are infected with all sorts of excuse me, template systems that are in place to make you feel like a victim. Okay, and so in the human terminology of narcissist, they will continue doing what they do continually to you until you put your foot down and say, you know what, that's enough, I've had enough, and you leave. Okay, and that's where your inner strength comes through. That's where you become the warrior within, and assertive, and you put your foot down and I'm not taking your shit anymore. Okay. For myself, the human deemed narcissist was represented in quite a few forms. Initially it was represented by my mother. Okay. Amazing demonic tones coming through. Bless her soul, but she was heavily infiltrated with all sorts, okay? And that made for a very interesting childhood. Bless. and then, you know, once I had separated myself from my mother and had moved out early, I mean, look, I grew up being quite independent of her because, as I have said many times, I've always had my abilities on, and I was very aware of who she was and what she was. And I can sit here now and tell you guys, basically, I never liked my mother. I never liked her because I knew exactly what she was and I didn't like it. Okay? But I did understand to whatever degree that this is what I had to experience, and that it was only for a time in my life that I would have to experience this, and then I'll be done with it, which is the case and was the case, okay? But yeah, so it made for very interesting dynamics growing up with that power struggle and the victimizer, you know. Unfortunately for myself, all the infiltrations within my mother presented as alcoholism, addictions, things like that, violence, all sorts of things, okay? It's been a tough life, it really has. Anyway, so once I was done with that and had moved away from her, separated myself from her presence in such a way that I moved out, basically, you know, everything was nice and somewhat okay as I was kind of regaining a little bit of balance in my life and trying to, you know, plant my feet firmly somewhere, okay, in the interim of getting my shit together, basically, as a young adult. And then, you know, at some point later, a karmic came along who, bless him, was riddled with and infected with much the same shit that my mother was. To somewhat varying degrees. And, you know, that was a bullshit situation that I had to experience, but I had to experience it and I had to go through it. And I had to learn to be assertive within myself with that person and leave them and be okay with leaving them, because that was my first relationship as well, so it was hilarious. Yeah, and then after that, you know, the narcissist would show up in friends because it wasn't enough that and look, in essence, all that meant for me, okay, in regards to my ascension process, is that I hadn't completed that yet, okay? I had not completed that that wounding, okay, that template, thank you. It had not been completed and there was still ongoing work with it, okay? And it showed up in other ways, and then I had a lovely break, somewhat, and then and then the catalyst came along, and wow, that took 4 years, and and then it's done, okay? I mean, look, with the catalyst particularly, There are other template systems that needed to be worked through as well, but that was most definitely one of them, okay? And I do believe the narcissist was completed last year, thank you. The narcissist within the catalyst was completed last year, okay? Oh my goodness. They just keep trying, they really do. They keep trying to come through the screen. Bless them. Bless you guys. Not you guys, the negative Nancy's. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, 40, 21, 40, 22. Hello to my dude, 22. So, what have I, okay, thank you. So yeah, this one presents in many ways. And look, I won't get too much into, you know, the human labels of the narcissist and other things. Like it's a little bit triggering for me and a little bit of a headache, and I kind of just want to, whoa, what was that? It was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. But, you know, bless them. That's okay. I'm going to keep going. See what I mean? This is incredible. Excuse me. Alright, so one of the other things that I do need to mention with victimizer, I did mention tortured, torturer, okay? That's extreme level stuff, yes. Unfortunately, this energy does exist of that level, okay, of victimizer. And look, you will find this with, thank you, the dominator and the submissive, okay, within the sexual misery energies. Yeah. This is what I mean. Victimizer kind of goes across a few of these soul core wounds, okay? And it most definitely goes into sexual misery. And look, that's extreme stuff, okay, as well. That's all that other, you know, the hush-hush stuff that nobody likes to talk about, nobody wants to know about, okay? You know, we're talking about BDSM, we're talking about sodomy, we're talking about all forms of sexual torture stuff, okay? They are forms of victimizer energies, okay? You may or may not have been involved in this. I am sorry if you have, but unfortunately, if you have, you do need to work through those energies too and get it out of you, okay? But that's, you know, that's an extreme. Some people may not have even, bless you, may not have even known of that extreme, and that's a really good thing. It really is. But, you know, you may have witnessed it in other ways through other people, as I do keep saying with these soul core wounds. What is that? Oh, it's just one of my wings. Getting worked on, that's lovely. It hurts. Yeah, getting tweaked, thank you. So where were we before that? Yeah, sexual misery. Yeah, so you may have witnessed it in other ways, okay? And, you know, it is, as I have said before, it is all to be witnessed and to acknowledge that that energy existed and it needs to be cleared, okay? All of these things, okay? Power struggles. Yeah. I do believe I did mention something about even workplace power struggles. Could have even presented as workplace bullying, things like that, okay? Bullying is a massive issue, and it is directly related to victimizer, okay? it needs to be eradicated. This is why we are working to relieve these energies so that we can get it out of here. Too much bullshit. But that's essentially, that's it. Okay, that's what we're here for, to clear all these energies so that we can bring in unconditional love, okay, for ourselves, for each other, for all of Earth and humanity, okay. And we bring that in, we anchor it in, okay, and we then we also bring in unity consciousness and anchor that in so that we all act as one, we all work together, we all help each other, we all assist each other, okay, and you know, get each other through the tough stuff and the bullshit. 45, 35, 36, 37. But you know, I just, this one particularly is quite broad, quite large, and plays out in so many ways for so many people, and yeah, has its own ways of presenting, and you know, it needs to be cleared, because this is one of the ones that has existed not just here on Earth, other timelines across all time-space realities. It's been everywhere. All of these soul core wounds have, absolutely. But this is a doozy, because it is an overtone to the other ones, okay, where you have worthiness as an undertone, okay, because they're soul-shattering experiences. The overtone is victimizer, basically, okay, to impose authority. Thank you. To impose authority and to think that they can, to think that they are better than you, that they're bigger than you, that, and all the rest of it, okay. And look, you would know, you would have already been triggered by things that I've already said, however it's presented for you, okay. I won't get into too much more with this one. I'm already nearly 50 minutes. Incredible. Yeah, so look, guys, just, you know, acknowledge your triggers. Please process and work through them and purge them, get them out of you, okay, as you are guided to do so with them, okay. Yeah, as I said, this one's a doozy, and I hope that you guys work through this one, okay, alright, and you get through it, alright. Okay, I will leave it at that, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. You know, one of these days the energies will be okay and I can just do my videos and not have to deal with all this shit. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this has assisted you in some way, even if it is to trigger you and go and purge that stuff, okay. Please take them as that, okay. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not, okay. I'm here to help you get through this stuff and get it out of you, okay. So please know that. Excuse me. So yeah, please do your best with all these triggers and get them out of you, and clear yourself more and more, okay, so that you can bring more light into your being and become more yourself, okay. Okay, all right, guys. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Send me an email or the rest of it, and yeah, please take care of yourselves as you work through all this shit and deal with all these energies. Please stay grounded, okay. All right. Okay, guys, sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye for now.